Good morning, it's Councillor Glen. It is Saturday, May the 6th, and this morning I'm at Crossing Bridge Park in the Crossing Bridge neighborhood along Hobin Street. I'll tell you why I'm here in just a moment. I've got a ton of updates, but I wanted to start with something about flooding. Flooding continues to be a real concern along the Ottawa River in the West End, in West Carleton, centrally around the Britannia area, and out in the east in the Cumberland area. And there's a number of communities that would really appreciate volunteer help to fill sandbags. Closest to us here in Stittsville is West Carleton, and there's a website you can visit for more information about volunteering. It's WestCarletonRelief.ca. So check that out, and if you're able to today, please consider lending a hand in helping to fill some of those sandbags. West Carleton, Cumberland's another area where they're looking for volunteers as well. Okay, I've got a ton of updates today, things going on in City Hall, things going on in our community, and some upcoming events as well. First of all, I wanted to talk about the bear. This week we had 3 bear sightings over about 48 hours, mostly along the Trans-Canada Trail and the Pool Creek corridor. There was one on Fringewood, there was one near Shea Woods, and there was one in a backyard in Cypress Gardens. Now, bear sightings are not at all uncommon around our area. We are close to natural areas, especially west of here. Pretty common that we do see bears from time to time, and most of the time they find their way back to their habitat, no problem at all. One thing you can do to help is to make sure there are no food sources for bears in your backyard at this time of year. For example, backyard bird feeders, a very popular snack for bears. So that's one thing you can do. Or on garbage day, if you put your compost out the morning of rather than leaving it out the night before, that's another way that you can discourage bears. I shared some information on my website about bear safety, what you can do to prevent bear encounters, and what you can do in the chance that you run into a bear. You can check that out at glengower.ca. And if you do see a bear, call it in and report it to 311. That's the city's information line, and that helps the city track where the animal might be moving throughout the community. So 311, definitely the number to call there. We're also coincidentally, at this time, we are doing an update of the city's wildlife strategy. And if you go to engage.ottawa.ca, you can find information about how you can share your feedback. And I definitely think there's some updates we can be making to that. More of an emphasis on conservation when it comes to wildlife in our community. But check that out at engage.ottawa.ca. The other big thing out of City Hall this week was around the pay as you throw. This is the garbage tag strategy. Now, I haven't made up my mind yet. We just received the recommendations and all the details on Thursday, and it doesn't come to committee and council until June. So I'm going to be taking some time to dive into those recommendations and listen to feedback and see what kind of concerns residents have. And we have heard from a lot of you. But today I just wanted to outline what this program actually is. So this would be starting about a year from now. For your garbage bags, you would receive 55 tags to go on your garbage bags over the course of a year. So every bag you put out would have to be tagged. You'd receive 55 tags per year, and you could purchase additional tags for $3 a piece. Now the city's still collecting recycling and green bin and compost at no charge, unlimited in that sense, and the city would still continue to pick up diapers and medical waste at no charge as well, and no limit to the number of bags of diapers or medical waste either. But the regular garbage bags, you would need to put a tag on it. That tag would cover a large garbage bag. You could also put it on a bin, a garbage bin filled with other garbage bags, or you could put it on a larger item as well. So there's details about all of this on my website, glengower.ca, on the city's website at ottawa.ca, and I really encourage folks to get informed. Why does the city want to do this? Well, it's to reduce the amount of garbage going to the landfill. There's still a lot of garbage going out in the regular garbage stream that could be recycled or reused or composted. So this is another way to encourage residents to really take a hard look at what's going in those garbage bags and do more to divert waste away from the landfill, because our landfill's filling up. There's about 15 years left or so in the landfill, and the cost to build a new landfill not only is huge, $350 to $400 million, which would be about $1,000 per household, but also the time it takes to find a suitable site and do all the planning around a landfill is also significant as well. So now a few people have asked me about incineration. That is still a possibility. This bag tagging program does not preclude also doing incineration. In fact, there's going to be a number of strategies that we need to employ to reduce the amount that we're sending to landfill. So incineration is still there, but also a very expensive option. And similar to a dump, finding a location for that is a challenge as well, because obviously nobody wants those things in their backyards, so to speak. So please do check out the information, glengower.ca or ottawa.ca. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact me. And thanks everyone for your feedback so far on this. I'm here at Crossing Bridge today, so I wanted to remind folks that the city is going to be renewing the play structure. It's at the end of its lifespan, and it's going to be rebuilt, refurbished in 2024, and there are a couple of preliminary plans that have been published, and we'd like your feedback on that. So you can either go to my website, glengower.ca, or go to the city's website, engage.ottawa.ca, and you can find all the information there. While you're on my website, check out information about the OC Transpo route review. This is the what I talked a lot about in the election campaign, a rethink of transit. Transit and travel patterns have really changed since the pandemic, and so we see a need to update our OC Transpo routes to match customer demand. And there's a survey that's on right now, so check out glengower.ca or octranspo.com, and you'll find information about that route review. A few highlights from the week. At City Hall, we approved a plan to establish a Nightlife Commissioner. Ottawa's nighttime economy contributes $1.5 billion of economic activity here in our city, and like many other cities, we want to put more focus on that in order to support and grow that economy. There's a number of benefits from that, and many other cities are taking this approach. So next year we're going to be setting up a commissioner's office to focus in on how we can better support the many businesses that make up our nightlife here in the city. On Wednesday at our Planning and Housing Committee, we received a report from the Alliance to End Homelessness called Scaling Up, and it's a good overview of the current environment around affordable housing, which is a pretty discouraging environment right now in terms of the number of people who cannot afford their homes to buy or to rent. But it also has some very constructive ideas or initiatives that the city could be taking to address homelessness and housing affordability in the city. If you're interested in this topic, again, you can find information on my website. The documents are a really good read, so I encourage you to check that out. On Wednesday, I was fortunate to take part in a sod turning ceremony for the new Catholic elementary school on Cope Drive. It's going to be called St. Bernadette School, and they're looking forward to welcoming students this fall. So I joined MPP Goldie Gamari and school board trustee Scott Phelan and a number of other officials from the school board to celebrate the sod turning. It's at Cope Drive, just a little bit east of Robert Grant. Go check it out. It's coming up fast. Also on Wednesday, dropped in to say congratulations to Catherine and Jerome Pulsine from CPI Interiors. They were celebrating their 25th anniversary, and they're over on Iber Road, a great small business success story in our community. And yesterday, I went on a great tour of the city's traffic facilities. So this included the command center, where they have traffic cameras and control of the traffic lights, and the sign shop, all of the testing and development and implementation of traffic signals and road signs. We also did a tour of Area XO, which is at the experimental farm near the Nepean Sportsplex, and there's all sorts of interesting work being done on automated vehicles. It's run by Invest Ottawa. Really interesting tour, so appreciate that. I'm looking ahead now to a few upcoming activities. It's a busy weekend again today. There's the outdoor market that's happening today down at the church at Stittsville Main and Fernbank. I'm hosting a Jane's Walk today at the end of the afternoon, a walking tour of Main Street. Registration is full, so thanks to everybody who signed up. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Next Saturday, May 18th from 11 till 1, we're going to be set up for our Councillor Chat. And we're going to be giving away some Slow Down for Us lawn signs. We'll be at Village Square Park, so come and pick one up while supplies last. On May 28th, we're doing our family bike ride. It's called Mission to Mars, and we're going to be traveling from Village Square Park down the Trans-Canada Trail all the way to the Mars sign. And looking forward to that one. You can sign up for that by going to my website, glengower.ca, and look for the Mission to Mars graphic there. And May 31st, we're looking forward to our Stittsville Volunteer Awards at Johnny LaRue Arena. Everyone's welcome to attend that. We'll be live streaming that as well. And thank you to everyone who's participating in cleaning the Capitol. I know there were a few of those activities canceled last weekend due to the rain, but looks like a great day today to get out for cleaning the Capitol. We have 66 groups and over 1,400 residents who are participating here in Stittsville in this year's Cleaning the Capitol. So thank you to all those volunteers. That's amazing. That's amazing. If you're on my website as well, check out our multicultural calendar. I mentioned this last week. Every month we publish a list of multicultural and human rights related celebrations that are on the calendar. And for May, we've got a lot. I just wanted to highlight a few. Yesterday was the National Day of Awareness for Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls. That was May 5th. And yesterday was also African World Heritage Day. This month is Mental Health Month and Asian Heritage Month, and also the Canadian Jewish Heritage Month. So lots of activities around the city going on to commemorate all of these events, and you can see the full list on my website. One final thing, a reminder about making the right call, and just making a call, period. Call 311 or call 911. We always encourage residents to report what they're seeing if there's a concern. If there's an emergency or if there's a crime in progress, call 911 and report that to police right away. And if you see something at a park, for example, if you're at Crossing Ridge Park today, you see some graffiti or garbage that's overflowing, or maybe a tree that's fallen, or any kind of damage that needs fixed. Maybe you're out about in the community, you see a pothole, or anything that you think requires city attention, call 311. It's the best way to get a crew dispatched ASAP, and we appreciate your help in making that call. All right, that's it for me today. I hope you have an excellent weekend. It's a beautiful day today. Looks like another nice day tomorrow. So please get out and explore your neighborhood, visit a local business, check out a local park, get some exercise. I'll see you here next week. Have a great week. Take care.